Now we are in number 8. It said what? The magnitude of the resultant of two mutually perpendicular forces F1 and F2 is 13. That means F1 and F2 is what? 13. The resultant of what? 13 Newton. Now it says what? If the magnitude of F1 is 5 Newton, what is the magnitude of F2? So to get F2, this is like our resultant, which is R square equal to F1 square plus F2 square. So this one is 13 square equal to what? F1 square is 5 square plus F2 square. So we'll play with it. This is 169 equal to 25 plus F2 square. So make F2, sorry, the formula I would have 169 minus 25 equal to F2 square. So to make what? This one will give us 144 equal to what? F2 square. So what do we do to make F2 so we have F2 will now be square root of 144. So the answer is 12 what? Newton. Let's go to number 9. He said a boat traveled due east. A boat traveled due east at the speed of what? This is east, 40 meters per second. That's number 9. Across a river flowing due south. Across a river flowing due south. So this river is flowing what? Due south like this. Which is what? What is the this is 30 meters per second. Okay. What they say we should find? What is the resultant speed of the boat? So the resultant speed will be what? This. Now, if I want to redraw it, this is 40. So I will close the diagram up. So this is like this is 30 also, 30 meters per second. So here is equal to this place. So the resultant is this, what we are looking for. This is the direction of the resultant of the boat. So in that case, to solve it, we have the R equal to 1 square equal to 40 square plus 30 square. That would give us R square equal to what? 160020 square. 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9, then 20. So I would have it as 25. 16 plus 9 is 250025. Then it's equal to R square. So R equal to square root of what? 25. What do we have? Which is what? 50 what? Meter per second. So our answer is 50 there, which is what? A is what? 1.3 meter per second square. B is what? 10 meter per second, 10.0 meter per second square. C is what? 50.0 meter per second square. D is what? 70.0 meter per second square. So the answer is 50C. Now let's go to the next one. The next question is number 10. Now this is a diagram I want you to understand. This is 1995 question 13 jam, you hear me. Now this is what? Q, this is what? R, and this is what? P. Now from the indication, from the arrow, we're told that means this one and this are moving in the same direction. So R and what? And Q are in what? In the same direction. So since they are in the same direction, what do we do according to what we analyzed for? Go and check my video again for part when we started what? The calculation analysis. The calculation aspect. I did analysis on this. You go to R plus Q. Now, since R plus Q, because they are going in the same direction, according to vector, you add them together. Then P is going what? In opposite direction to the what? To the two of them. So what do we do? So R plus Q, we subtract it from where? Together, we subtract it from P. And we subtract P from them together, must equal to 0 because it's a triangle. So the algebraic sum of vectors in the triangle is 0. So this one will be R squared, R plus what? Q rather, is equal to, let's take P to the last, I will have P. So this will be our answer to that question. Let's see option A says what? A equal to, A is what? P equal to Q plus B plus R. Sorry for that. B says what? P equal to Q minus R. C says what? P equal to R minus Q. Then D says P plus Q plus R equal to 0. No, the answer to that question is P equal to Q plus R. Or probably you can take it as what? P plus Q minus P. R plus Q minus P rather. So the answer is P equal to Q plus R. So that is option A. We go to number 11. A ball is moving. A ball, number 11. Let me clear everything on board. Number 11 says what? A ball is moving at 18 meters per second in direction inclined at 60 degrees to the horizontal. So this is what? 60 degrees to the horizontal. 18 meters per second. He said the horizontal component of the velocity is that. So to calculate the horizontal component, which is what? Along this direction, is what? To cos the axis. That means because it's lying on that particular, this axis horizontal component, the angle is lying on this axis. The axis will be cos. Will now be 18 cos what? 60 degree. Here will be what? 18 sine 60 degrees. That is vertical component. We are not asked that. So this one will now be what? 18 times 0.5, which is 9 meters per second. So that will be our answer there. A says 9 root 3 meters per second. B says 6 root 3 meters per second. C says 6 root 3 meters per second. D says 9 meters per second. So that is option D. That is 1998, number 2. Number 12 says what? The resultant of two forces acting on a body is maximum if the angle between them is dash. Now, the resultant of two forces. Let's say we have what? 3 Newton. Let's not assume and what? 4 Newton. Two forces are involved. Let's say F1 and F2. We understand that if these two forces are moving in the same direction, 3 Newton and 4 Newton, there will be 7 Newton normally. So the resultant will be what? 7 if they are moving in the same direction. The same direction. I will just take an analysis of what to take an example of two forces. Now, if they are moving in opposite direction, normally the resultant will be what? Bigger minus smaller, which is what? 1 Newton in what? Opposite what? Direction. And don't forget, when they are moving in opposite direction, the angle is 180 degrees. In the same direction, the angle is what? 0 degree. Then when they are at right angle, then this one is the same direction, this opposite what? Direction. Let's say they are now moving at right angle. What is the resultant? Resultant will be 5 Newton. That means at what? Right angle. Right angle means the angle between them is 90 degrees. So you see now? Now, the last one is what? Is 45 degrees. 45 degrees will form a parallelogram. So there's no way that one will be what? Bigger. So in this case now, the maximum resultant force that can be formed for two forces acting on an object, when for them to be maximum, the resultant for it to be maximum is that the angle between them must be equal to what? 0 degree. So the answer to that question, option A says 45, B says 0, C says 90, and D says 180. So the answer is B. Number 13, say the two forces each 10 Newton act on a body, one towards the north and the other towards the east. He said the magnitude and the direction of the what? Of the resultant force is dash. Now, this one is very simple because I'm going to stop at number 14 before we now continue in this. So this is number 13. Now, it says what? There are two forces 10 Newton act on the body, one towards the north and one towards the what? One towards the north rather, which is 10 Newton, and one towards what is the same 10 Newton. See, the magnitude and the direction. How do you find magnitude? This is magnitude resultant of the what? Magnitude of the resultant and the direction. So the magnitude now be R square equal to what? 10 square, because this is 90 degrees, 10. So 10 square plus 10 square equal to R square, which is 100 plus 100 equal to R square. Therefore, R equal to square root of what? 200. And 200 is 10 root 2 Newton. 10 root 2 Newton. So that one is what? What about the direction? Tan alpha, let's say this is the direction of the resultant, which is what? That is it. So to what? 10 Newton, which is opposite, over adjacent, which is 10 Newton here. Will now be what? Over 10 Newton. What do you have? 1. Then what tan of angle will give us 1, which is tan 45. Will give us 1. So therefore, alpha tan inverse of 1 will be equal to what? What is tan inverse of 1? Give us what? 45 degree. So the direction is 45 degree now. Now, but not knowing that what? That this is east and this is north, according to the question, because they said one is towards the what? Towards the north, and the other one towards the east. So this angle is 45 degree now. So we can write it as what? East 45 degree north. Or we balance this place. This place will also be 45. Because 90 minus 45 equals 45 here. So that means you can write it as what? North 45 degree east. So any of the direction is correct. Any of this one, just add 10 root 2 to it, 10 root 2 to it. Newton. So any one of them is correct. We have option A, 10 root 2 Newton, not 45 degree east. Yes, correct. This says 10 root 2 Newton, not 45 degree west. No. 10, that means 20 Newton, not 45 degree west. No. 20 Newton, not 45 degree east. That is option D. No. So the answer is option what? A. 10 root 2, not 45 degree east. Number 14, which is the last question for this section. It says, which of the following angle between two equal forces will likely produce zero resultant force? Resultant forces. A says 0. You are going to answer that one. This is your last question. So you answer it and send it to the comment section. Very simple. A is 0 degree, B 180 degree, C 270 degree, and D 90 degree. Send your answer to us in the comment section for this part 4 of the video. Thank you. God bless you.